What's going on? Welcome to the Angelo podcast. Today's video is about how to lose weight, stay fit, and stay healthy. The reason I'm making this video is because during pandemic, I was a very, very heavy guy. I think I weighed my max was around 230 pounds. And I had a lot of knee pain. Blood work wasn't good. Wasn't feeling healthy at all. A lot of falling asleep after eating, and skin was horrible, it was horrendous. And I just did not feel like my best self. So this video I want to talk about how I lost the weight and what I would do again if I were to had to diet again, had to kind of go back from that deficit, right? I think the first thing you need to understand is that when you eat unhealthy food, you tend to kind of get, I guess for me, I would get addicted to unhealthy food where all the food I ate was like extremely processed, like chips, fast food, highly like meat with a lot of fat, and it would make me feel horrible, right? Where I just keep eating and then I'd never feel full at all. I would just keep eating and eating and eating and eating. I'm like, man, I'm not full at all. What is going on? And that was probably one of the worst kind of like feelings I've had with regard to like eating out and food. Horrible relationship with food, right? Most of my life, I grew up kind of eating out all the time, and that was like normal to me. So whenever you eat out, like most food, it's not like they don't really cook it too healthy. A lot of it can be highly processed, or creating big batches of food. So it's like a lot of oils and fats, whatever, things of that nature. So it's usually not the best to eat out a ton, right? So that was the first thing I did, right? It was to like cut out all the unhealthy food, right? Think of it as like your body is like a fancy car, like a Porsche or Lamborghini, whatever fancy car you like. You can't put regular gas in it. If you put regular gas in it, the engine's gonna break. You have to put premium gas, so that way you run more efficiently. Think of yourself as a high-end sports car or whatever it may be, but you have to put the best things in your body in order for you to operate, process, move, and do things well, right? And you may say it's expensive to eat healthy, right? But it is. I know like you can go fast food, get something for $5, right? But you can also go to Chipotle, get like a chicken bowl for $8, right? So $3 more, and you have a big bowl with a whole bunch of veggies, rice, and then you can double portion it, right? And they give you all your food for the day. So for me, the first thing I did was I really tried cutting out all the unhealthy foods in my diet. You don't have to completely like lose everything, but try at least at first 80-20, right? 80% really good foods, like non-processed, so like vegetables, lean meats, white rice, brown rice, and then 20% is just like food you kind of enjoy, just don't go crazy. So that's one thing I do when I first start out. I just try and eat lean foods, healthy foods, so that way I'm not going crazy, or I'm not having those spikes in my glucose, right? Because whenever you eat super unhealthy, you can eat as much as you want, and you'll still feel extremely hungry. You'll still feel those hunger pains. You'll still want to keep eating, and it just leads to this endless spiral. So if you can do your best to kind of stay away from all those unhealthy foods, you'll do really good with your diet and feeling kind of like healthy, and your gut microbiome will thank you for that, right? So that's the first thing I would do, right? Just start trying to eat healthy. Next thing I would do is I would call this the 3-stack app, right? Where I have these 3 apps that kind of have been clutch for me in this whole workout journey, right? So what I would do is I would download first the fitness part of things, which I use bodybuilding.com. I'm not sponsored by this at all. So I download the bodybuilding.com app. I get the $9 a month membership, where it has a list of workout programs that I can do, and I would just find one that works for me, right? For me, I like the one with Hani Rambod, and it's basically FST7, and he teaches you like what he does for Chris Bumstead and Chris Bumstead's workouts. And Chris Bumstead is Mr. Olympia, so he won the Mr. Olympia challenge. So I actually like that workout. It's FST7. Type in Bible.com, right? And then I would work out around 4 or 5 days a week. If you're starting off, just do 3 days a week, right? And you don't even have to follow that exact schedule. Just do the workouts. Try and do 3 workouts a week, right? And those workouts will take you around 45 minutes. And then just learn to weight lift, right? You're getting your body moving, you're building muscle. And then after that, I would do like 20 minutes of cardio around 3 or 4 days a week, right? Just so I'm walking more, right? So that's like my workout, right? It's like an hour long of working out in 3 or 4 days a week, right? Not too hard, right? Considering we can play video games, we'll sit down, watch TV for an hour. You can find an hour in your day to work out. It may be hard, maybe you do 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes at night, whatever it may be, just find an hour in your day, right? And I believe in you, you can do it. That's how I take care of the fitness part of things, right? So I'd work out. And then I would always try and aim for around 10,000 steps a day. So a lot of us, we may have work from home jobs, or maybe it's school, or maybe sedentary, whatever it is. Like, go for a walk. Your body was not meant to just sit down and do nothing, right? And you can find time in it, right? For me, during the peak of my busyness, I was working 3 jobs, doing full-time masters at UCLA. And then these jobs were like legit jobs, like one of the hardest jobs you can get into. So yeah, like if I can do it, you can do it. I'm no different than you, right? So that's one thing, right? Fitness, where you download bodybuilding.com app, and then you basically do workouts 3 to 4 days a week, 20 minutes of cardio 3 or 4 days a week, so it's like an hour, and then try walking 10,000 steps, right? You gotta get your body moving and grooving, right? Because if I can come from 230 pounds, get to 160, you can too. I'm trying to get to 150 now and competing in bodybuilding competition. So yeah, that is the first way, right? So that was like the first stack app, right? That's how you take care of the fitness side of things. Next is diet side of things, right? I originally recommended you do the 80-20 rule, where you start 80% of your food is clean, 20% of your food is not clean. And then you just kind of try and go there, right? Where you eat healthy foods, and then 20% is foods that you enjoy, so you're not going crazy. But if you want to take a step further, this is what I did when I took it, like my diet really seriously. I started seeing like consistent weight loss, which is like 1.5 to 2 pounds a week of weight loss. It was through MyFitnessPal. So I downloaded an app called MyFitnessPal, and MyFitnessPal is pretty essential when you want to track your food caloric intake, right? So if you go on MyFitnessPal, you download the app, and then you type in your weight and your height. So I put like I'm 5'11". I want to lose around 1.5 to 2 pounds a week. It'll give me how many calories I need to eat a day, right? It also give you macros, but if you're first starting out, just track the calories, right? Don't try and go too hard on those macro stuff, right? Just try and track how many calories it takes for you to lose weight each week. So I would do that, right? Look at the macros, or look at the calories, and try and figure out how much weight to lose, right? So if it says 2,000 calories, how much I need to lose, okay, cool. That's what I need to eat. And if you want to track what you're eating, you should buy a food scale. The food scale will basically help you weigh out everything and teach you, okay, this is how much calories in this food, right? And there'll be so many times you're like, oh man, I'm not losing weight, all these things, right? You need to realize that you are not above the law of thermodynamics, right? So the reason you may not be losing weight is because, one, you're eating too much, or two, your caloric expenditure for your working out, right, is not enough, right? So just know that you may not be losing weight because you're just eating too much, you're not working out hard enough, right? So download MyFitnessPal, input your information, how much you weigh, what your height is, how active you are, and then it'll give you calories to kind of make sure you're good, right? So that's what I would do, right? Number 3, this is this third stack is optional because I don't think you need it. I didn't use it, but I started using it as I started really trying to get lean. I downloaded an app by Jeff Nippard. It was called Macro Factor. And Macro Factor was interesting where you input food you're eating, how much food you're eating each week, and then it would calculate how many calories you need to adjust down or up if you're trying to bulk or cut, right? So Macro Factor was like basically an algorithm that would adjust your calorie amount to make sure that you are losing weight, right? So if you're at 2,000 calories a week, we see that you're actually losing 2 pounds a week. Is that they're going to slow down the calories recommended for you, or it's going to increase it, right? That's the interesting fun part about it. It uses algorithm, uses your data to track what you need to do to lose weight, right? So that is pretty cool. Take a look at Macro Factor. That is the third app, right? So right now we have 3 apps. Bodybuilding.com for our workouts. Number 2 is MyFitnessPal to track all of our food. And then number 3 is Macro Factor. Cool. And the reason I make this is because I understand that if you watch this channel, right, you have like a lot of ambitions, you have a lot of drive to have change the world, make the world a better place, or just have an amazing career where you can take care of the family and people you love, right? So I know that the number one thing in order for that to happen, right, is health. Because when you're healthy, you're happy, you're taking care of your body, you can achieve all these great things, right? You can like basically take care of yourself and then take care of the ones you love, right? I understand when you eat super unhealthy, you feel horrible 90% of the time. You can't get any deep focus or deep work done because your body just feels horrible. That's why I've always admired people who were able to achieve such great things and not be in good shape. I'm like, wow, you kind of push through all these plateaus, right? And also kind of when I was, I'm still in college at UCLA, I see people who are eating unhealthy or like kind of not taking care of their body, their skin's breaking out, right? All these things. And you're like, man, this person would be so much more optimized if they took care of our diet, right? Because a lot of times the ailments we face with our skin or with our mental aptitude is related to the diet and the things that we're putting into our body, right? And our gut microbiome. So also I've kind of noticed too is that I usually get a lot of anxiety, right? However, the anxiety is usually not bad at all whenever I have a healthy, clean diet where I'm eating whole foods, lots of vegetables, drinking a ton of water. I feel amazing and my gut microbiome is actually very happy. I remember listening to Tom Bilyeu. Tom Bilyeu was mentioning how your gut plays a more huge factor in your anxiety, your stress, whatever it may be. So if you have a good gut microbiome, eating whole foods, eating clean, you will feel a lot better, and you will actually like perform and have a much better life because of what you're putting into your body. It's not highly processed, right? So those are the few things I'd want to basically do, right? So eat clean, work out, track your calories, adjust them as need be, right? And you'll notice that as you're losing weight, you're going to feel a lot more motivated, right? Because say for you, right, say you're starting at 200 pounds, you want to get to 150. You lose 10 pounds, you're at 190, you start looking good. You lose 20 pounds, you're at 180, you start looking great. You lose 30 pounds, you're at 170, you look amazing. 160, you look phenomenal. 150, you look great. You're super healthy. You feel amazing. Everyone's like, oh my God, you changed. You look amazing. And you need to realize, right, throughout this journey, right, you're not always going to be that 200-pound person. You're going to be that person who's 190, 180, 170, 160, 150, right? You're going to have all these different renditions of yourself. And when you do that, you're going to look amazing and you feel much happier and healthier because you're no longer that heavy person anymore, right? You got to experience the body at different weights and then you get to see what you like, and you get to see the changes in progress along the way. You're not just say 200 and one day 150, right? No, that's not the case. So that's the one thing that will keep you motivated, the changes in your body as you progress throughout this fitness journey. All right, another thing too I recommend is getting a fitness watch or Apple Watch of some sort. It doesn't have to be an Apple Watch, any watch that tracks your steps and calories. That's one thing I do. My Apple Watch, I have it on at all times, so that way it tracks all of my steps and my workouts where I'm walking. Like I said, I hit 10,000 steps a day. Lately, I've been doing a lot, around 18 to 15,000 a day, just because I just enjoy walking. That's one thing you're going to benefit. You're going to see after you work out more is just you're going to enjoy fitness, you're going to enjoy walking, you're going to enjoy taking care of yourself, taking care of your body. So do that where you're always kind of just walking. Get an Apple Watch, a Fitbit, a Loom, whatever it may be, just to track your steps and calories, and making sure you have an accurate representation of your workouts. I'll include some links below of the Apple Watch. And that's what I do, right? Every workout, like functional for lifting, functional strength training, and I just try and burn around 400 calories, make sure I'm around 120 beats per minute, so I know the intensity is up there. And then every walk I do, I'll walk and track it on the Apple Watch. That's what I'll do for that, right? Because you want to have data to back up everything, right? Because a lot of times you'll look at everything like, oh, I think I did this, I think I did that, right? But when you have data actually being stored, you can basically have more accurate predictions. You can look back on things, make adjustments where needed, right? So download an Apple Watch, and also like take a look at like any straight what's it called, watches that will be like beneficial for you to track anything, right? So that's one thing. Another thing too is have a scale, right? I know earlier I mentioned a food scale, but now I want to also mention having a weight scale, right? And the weight scale I like is the Wyze scale, WYZE, by Amazon. It's like $20. I actually really like this scale, and it's probably one of the bigger things that have been super helpful for me as I began kind of like a weight loss journey. The reason I say this is because that weight loss scale would track how much I weigh. It would track my body fat, my metabolic age. What else did I track? Body fat, muscle mass, basal metabolic rate, right? All these things you don't need, right? But it's just nice to have it tracked for you, right? So the lowest body fat I got is around like 10.8-ish, according to that scale. I'm not too sure how accurate it is, right? But that's what I got to. And then what I would always do is like this Wyze scale would have my data. And within that data, it just showed me how much I weighed each phase of my life. So I kind of really, really enjoyed that. So get a Wyze scale, WYZE, to track how much calories you burned. To track how much you weigh all throughout the cutting process, right? So Wyze scale, that one is really clutch for me, right? The app is great because it has trends, it has graphs of how much you've weighed all throughout the month, year, and day, and week. So I like that app a lot. So take a look at that. I think one of the coolest things I saw for me was that as I got healthier, my metabolic age reduced by 4 years, right? When I was super heavy, my metabolic age was my actual age. And then as I lost more weight, became healthier, it went down by 4 years, right? So I'm assuming I'm lowering the speed of aging, right? Which is really good. And I want to be more like kind of like where I'm able to lower it more by I guess losing more weight, staying healthier, right? Currently at 163 right now. I think I weighed this morning, right? Lowest I got is 160. But I want to be able to kind of hit that weight of like 155 or 150, right? So I can be like lean, healthy, and feel good, right? And the reason you might be saying, oh, it's so skinny, but at the end of the day, like, what's important is your organs, is your internal body, not how you look in the mirror. I feel like I look good in the mirror, pretty happy with it, but I just want my body to be healthy so I can stay out for live a long life, be there for my family, build things that I've always wanted to build, and continue building and like loving and caring the world a better place. I can't do that if I look aesthetically pleasing in the mirror, but my organs are extremely unhappy with me, right? So you have to kind of pick and choose like what's more important to you, like, right? I have a family. My family says, "Oh, you're too skinny, but I feel amazing. I feel great." And for me, what was more important is how my organs view me, how my internal body, my internal mechanisms within me, how they view me, how I feel. That was more important than the opinion of how I look in the mirror from my or in front of my family, right? So take that in mind when cutting, when losing weight, right? You want to be able to be healthy, be happy, take care of your body, but also do what's best for your internal organs, right? You want to have the best blood work, all those things, because those are what really determine whether or not you're a healthy person, not your aesthetics. Cool? So I went over a couple of important things, right? Bodybuilding.com for workouts. MyFitnessPal, track your calories. Macro Factor to track your calories and adjust as needed as you lose weight. When it comes to the hardware stuff you need, Apple Watch, any cheap watch, wherever you can find, just to track your steps. And then food scale to track how much food you're eating if you want to really weigh it out and be very precise. And then a Y scale. Y scale is to basically just make sure you're losing weight, track your weight and your body fat as you progress, right? And it tracks everything for you. It houses everything for you. That way you don't need to worry about whether or not you lose weight because everything is stored in the software, in the system for you to make sure you're actually losing weight. So those are like the main things I would do to make sure I would lose weight, right? Another thing too I want to kind of bring up is the mental health side of things when it comes to losing weight, right? Because you're going to start losing weight, you're going to feel great. And sometimes as you kind of get to your goal, you're always going to feel like, oh, I don't look good enough, right? That's where meditation comes in, right? I use this app called Calm. And Calm is important because it calms my mind down, lets me get a different perspective of things, and allows me to approach the world and my goals and my fitness in a different way, right? So download the Calm app. This will calm your mind down from feeling anxious, from feeling stressed over you're not losing weight or you're not making progress or you don't look good enough. And it will make you feel a lot happier and a lot better. I just use a daily Calm, 10 minutes a day. Try to do 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the afternoon, 10 minutes before I go to bed. This has been huge for calming my mind down, helping me be a better person, helping me basically feel more relaxed, approach the day in a more efficient and empathetic manner, and allow me to be a better person. So that's how I take care of my mental. It's through Calm. I use the Calm app as well. And then throughout that weight loss process, I have health insurance. So I did go to therapy, talk about my weight loss journey, the stresses of being overweight and heavy, all of these things. And it's been great, right? Because you're going to notice when you lose weight, you're going to feel amazing, right? Externally, internally. But your mind also needs to be trained along the way as you go through this journey. Because when you lose weight, when you go through this journey, there's going to be a lot of people saying you can't do it, people saying you don't look good, your mind telling you, what are you doing? Your body's going to fight you back like crazy because it wants to be heavy. It's trying to keep you alive, but in reality, we all know we don't need to be that heavy. We don't need that much calories to be alive. So one thing you need to be very, very, very good at is your mind. And you become very good with your mind through the Calm app, through meditation, through kind of just taking care of your mind. And that's how you become much happier throughout this process, right? Because we'll talk about the hard stuff, right? Which is the weightlifting, which is tracking the food, which is eating healthy, being with your friends, all this stuff that comes out, right? We always forget to talk about our mind and how important our mind plays a factor in this whole weight loss journey and with anything you're achieving in life. I wish I knew this earlier in life, right? I wish I knew this in high school. I wish I knew this in middle school, right? Where if you optimize your mind, your body, your heart, your soul, everything falls into play and you feel much better and you feel like you give back to the world the best version of you. Because the world deserves the best version of you, you owe it to yourself to take care of your mind through meditation, through therapy, through your body, which is through eating healthy, eating clean, working out, and then your soul, right? Just being the best authentic version of yourself, and then sharing everything you know to the world, because there are people who came before you that help you, and there's people who come after you that you need to help. It's your duty as a human being, as a person who wants to give back to this world, right? So take care of your mind, your body, your heart, your soul. Everything will fall into play, right? That's how I was able to achieve so many things in my life, getting to a top MBA school, top university, working at Google, making enough money to pay off all my loans, all these things. And then now this next phase of my life where I'm going to be building something amazing, and giving back to this YouTube channel through everything. A lot of it started through fitness. It was taking care of my mind, right? Where I was able to calm my mind down, achieve, visualize all these amazing things I want for my life, for other people, for the world to be better. And then through fitness, where when you realize, oh man, if I can master this thing called fitness through discipline, through taking care of my body, I can do anything else I set my mind to. So that's the beautiful, 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 beautiful thing about it, right? Where you take care of your mind, your body, your heart, your soul, anything is possible. So do that, right? Do that. Another tip I have for you guys is that this journey is going to be hard. And there are times where you're going to slip up, eat too much, not work out, get lazy, get sick, whatever it may be, and you will slip up, and it's okay. It's okay as long as you jump back on and continue. Don't do this revenge diet thing where you eat so much one day because you just went out with your friends, it's someone's birthday, and you're like, all right, I'm going to starve myself and do immense amounts of cardio. No, don't do that. Just jump back on the diet plan. Your weight's going to be heavy for a day, 2 days, 3 days because you have a lot of salt, water retention in your body, and you're going to be like, let's diet revenge and try and lose 20 pounds or lose all of that weight up next day because I don't like what the scale says. No, just go back on a diet. Like, just eat whatever calories you were supposed to eat. Go back on your meditation, calm your mind down, go back to your workouts, do your normal workouts. So that way, when you do go back on your diet, you're going to start training your mind. Okay, I effed up. I'm human. It's normal. I'm not a machine. I'm good. My weight's going to drop again. I'm not going to go crazy. And you will see that they will just basically be outliers. Tiny blips in the graph where you gained a lot of weight because you had fun with your family, you're being a normal person, and you went back on your diet. So you're back to being healthy. You're back to kind of eating clean and taking care of yourself, right? So that's another major bonus tip is when you do screw up, because you will screw up throughout the entire journey, you will be able to just go back on your diet plan, eating your calories, eating your meal so that you prepare for yourself, going back to meditation, and then everything will go back to equilibrium where you're feeling good, you're feeling normal, you're feeling happy, you're feeling healthy. All right? So with that being said, Jello family, I really hope this video was helpful, was supportive in your goals, in whatever you're trying to do. And I hope that you will take this to heart, your fitness, because it will help in every avenue of your life, your mental. It will help with your goals in your career, your life, your family, whatever it may be. A lot of times fitness, keeping yourself healthy and happy, is the anchor for that, right? Because when you're healthy, you're happy, you give your best self to the world. So with that being said, like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you guys watching this video on the podcast, how to stay healthy, how to be happy. I appreciate you, Angelo family. Peace.